Hello, we're at Shoe Healer with Rob's Purdey, the gun people, Purdey boots. Obviously not made by Purdey, Purdey make guns, so this is what it says inside there, the Grafton, and Rob paid £14.40 for these. Now he's shaking his head. £8.62. £8.62. Wow, absolutely fabulous. £8.62. They've turned up. They have got some wear in the back. Have a look in there. Look, the insock is missing, and there's some wear in the back. But Rob's tried them on, and he can wear them. Can he get away with that? Well, we will do a repair on that for him, but initially he's just going to see if he can get a little bit more wear out of this day-night sole on there. Look at this here. Look, the day-night sole stitches worn through, but you know, absolutely solid. Never worry about that on your soles. It doesn't really matter as long as they're bonded on there properly, like these will be, because you know who made them. Rob has contacted Purdey. They wouldn't tell us, but we think that probably Crockett Jones has made these here, and they're lovely. Anyway, the insock's missing out of one. Rob's got in touch with Purdey, and they said they would try and get him another one. I don't think he stands a cat in hell's chance of getting one from them, because, you know, it's just too much arsing about for them. So we put that there, round there, pull the other one out, and just draw around it. We'll cut round that there, and there you go. Look, this beautiful leather here. We'll cut round that. When we've cut round it, we'll put a new tag on the back of it, a new pad, should I say, not a tag. That's exactly the self-same one that Crockett's used. Look, it's gone on there. Exactly. Look, the old footprint of the last one that was on there is identical. So that's that'll go back into this one. This one will get this pad on the back, and you know, they won't be exact, but there'll be nice insocks in them. What else we're going to do is we're going to tidy up the edges. If you see that this here, look, is just overlapping a little bit. So let's have a run round on the machine. Smooth band here, and fire it up there. Fire up the fans. Super light, super light. No, super light round there. We've just got to get a really nice flowing edge round. Now these Purdeys, look, they've had a reinforcement inside the heel there. Look, you see, that is some sort of manufacturing issue that they've needed an extra seat piece in there. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, it could be, but you're unusual to see that. Anyway, nice and lightly, super lightly. Don't want to take anything off that welt. Leave a nice finish. Switch that off there. Now you could at this point go with natural, completely natural, and nothing on there, but all that dust. Right, okay. So this is the ink that Paul's recommended on there. So we're going to just ink that down there.
So what colour are you doing?
Well, I asked Paul for a little bit lighter than was on already, and he said this was the one, and then he's directed me towards certain brushes to use it on. So that's on there like that. Boom, 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 boom. And take the excess off, which is important. He has these little sponges that he takes the excess off with, so that it doesn't get a chance to soak in too much. And then onto the brushes. So I just need that floor there onto there, and then he said onto this one here, which looks a bit light for me, but I'm not going to argue with Paulie. Onto there with that colour like that, and then he said onto that one there to rub. Oh,
You know how many variations have we got a choice of?
quite a few. bit of gloss around here like this. That did look so much better. Maybe photographs will be better. Is that any better?
Yeah, it looks better.
Yeah? Superb. Lovely. Okay, so you're going to take these, Rob, now, polish them up.
You do before and after. I'll
Yep.
polish one up,
Okay.
put some laces in, compare it against the other one.
I'll put
We'll do the
heel sock in there and then we'll come back to them. Okay. Okay, so the Paul Smith, we've just got them here. This is the heel that's come off the other one. This is the bits that were on there. Just, you know, a bit of fanciness on these. Paul Smith, made by Joseph Cheaney. We think made by Joseph Cheaney. We think, you know, it's could have been made by somebody else, but you know.
just say that online. Cause
Oh, does it? It says that online. Rob's saying, yeah, yeah.
Some on eBay right now for £260.
Okay, so
And they say Cheaney.
we get that heel off. Well stuck on that heel.
So I'll show you next.
And what are we on here? Well, we're on a, look at that, compressed cardboard, fiberboard type. Look at that, look. So these have been made to a price. I think, Rob, this is the only bit of the shoe. Look at that, look, this is cardboard. Yep. This is the only bit of the shoe, this £500 shoe, that has that they've compromised on, you know. And this isn't the manufacturer. This will be the fact that they're making this to a price. They're making it to a price for Paul Smith. So that's going. Obviously, everything else is coming off here. It'll get the full leather heel stack. I wonder what the midsole is. I wonder what the midsole is. What are you thinking the midsole is?
If heel stack, what midsole will be?
If Paul, I don't know if you picked that up, Paul's saying if the heel stack was a compressed cardboard, the midsole will be. Not great, but not the end of the world. Let's have a look. So, Paul. Just tell us.
Mr. Smith.
Hey?
Mr. Smith.
Paul Smith, no. Paul T. I'm taking these Insocks out of here. Is that a date in there? No. No.
F, it will be some kind of.
Yeah, last. It's a last. Yeah. So I'm going to tap those out. Why have I not put a knife in and just run round those with the knife?
Because it makes my life hell.
Because you then have to
Yeah.
unpick every individual stitch.
Yeah. You
Whereas
do it on
by
purpose, don't you?
no, I don't do it on purpose. It's just how we used to do it. It's how we used to do it. So I'm going to tap these.
I'll not do it. I'll scour them through first.
Do you what? Sorry.
I'd scour them down. And when you take the sole off, and then they'll just give you something to knock through. You'll struggle as they are. You can have a go though, because I know you so well.
Ooh.
What's these Swedish you're working on for here?
These are Robbie's. Robbie's from Birkenhead. Good friend of ours. Coming on nicely, pal. I'm just going to put your white stitching in. It's chestnut day night.
Just remember, none of you two have got a mic on, so
We can hear us.
anyway,
My miserable voice comes through fine,
Paul was right.
as always.
Paul was right, yeah. They will come out, but you know, it's easier doing it the way he says he's doing this every day, so
We're doing it quick hot video, aren't we?
we're just, yeah, we are just so into there, and then so the whole reason of this is to see what midsole we've got on these Paul Smith shoes. Get into the toe, get that first bit up. Oh, Paul, what have we got? Leather. Should never have doubted. Never
What
have
I just
doubted.
saying, I'm always right.
Yeah, always right, Paul. Yeah, yeah. So that's reusable. Yeah, Yeah, lovely.
Absolutely.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So these Paul Smith do have a nice leather midsole on there. What do you think to that? Not good, is it?
Yeah.
And how much are they saving?
You'd have bet your mortgage on that being compressed card as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
So is the
I
first...
used to moan at this through, you know, I mean, Lokes do it, don't they? You're saving pence, but I suppose when they're making hundreds of thousands of shoes, them pences add up, don't they?
So this first layer is leather, yeah? First layer's leather, and then the rest of the heel stack is...
do they actually describe the shoe as having a leather heel stack? Or
No. It's first layer's leather, and then the rest of it is that compressed
Is
cardboard.
that how they get away with?
I don't know. I don't even know where they get them from, but that's what was on the Loke 1880s, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
Anyway, midsole is leather. Beautiful leather. Okay. Okay, so we are we're back a couple of days later. I've got the same shirt on, but it has been washed and ironed. And anyway, Paul's on with the Paul Smith that we stripped down and ripped the heels off and everything. They're just coming through, aren't they, Paulie? It's just going through his...
Waxing them now.
Waxing them up.
Still got that shirt on?
Yes. Yes. Have you still got the same shirt on?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Have I been home? Let me think about it.
No, you don't go
Probably
home, do you? No. Just stays. Anyway, in the meantime, what's this here? Beautiful triple welt Grenson. Yep, lovely. All there, just having the heel finished off, new heel stacks in there, all gone together. Triple welt. Yeah, they're the only ones that do it. Is it? Are they, I'm not. You know, it's a strange look. Triple welt on that shoe. It looks absolutely fine. When they're finished off, they'll be lovely. Over here we have some of the Crafty Cumbians trickers having the units on white stitching. Paul's got to sort out these. I know, two different soles. Two
different soles.
One's like an off-white and one's a white. Did we? What? Both of them in kudu leather.
One's the 4014, the heavier.
Heavy one is a 4014. Yeah.
The other one's a lightweight.
Yeah. Well, they've gone on there, lovely, and it'll be interesting to find out how they feel when they're on. Over here, what have we got here? We've got a Church's chucker boot having a day-night on. We've got Red Wing having a Ridgeway on there. Look at that. When all that gets stained up, it'll be beautiful. Nice stitching, white stitching around the top, and yeah, that's it. What are these here? Oh, that's an old one, isn't it? Is that a Church's as well? Yeah. Old Church there having a day-night on.
Made himself an absolute beautiful pair of shoes there.
Look at that.
What a bargain.
Stunning.
Totally unique and stunning.
Yep.
I'd like to take some tread pattern out though to get
it
to fit
but you've just done it perfectly. I do like to see a Commando on a dress shoe. That is lovely. We'll get some proper pictures of it when it's done. Do me a favour, Paul. Do me a favour. Just swipe in there with a little bit of ink. Go on, just...
I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. It's my signature.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do that. Right, we've got the Purdeys to have a look at. So stop that and come round the other side. Let's have a look at the Purdeys. Okay, since the last video, Rob has given one of these Purdeys, Purdey boot, giving it some love. Paul, come and have a look at this baby. Just come and have a look at that. Look at how nice is that?
Wow.
That is stunning. Tell me you must have, paid 200 quid for these. This 500 quid boot. What did you pay for this, Rob?
£8.60.
Jesus.
Isn't that just stunning?
Holy cow.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely stunning.
Side by side.
We've So you've just polished these, Rob. You've gone over them with some Renomat. I don't know if they needed Renomat.
No, not Renomat.
What did you go with?
Just some cheap service cleaner. They were hardly out on it.
Right.
No, Renovator, the cream.
Yep.
And then the medium brown sapphire, but the cheap version that they gave me that were out of
Listen, if they'd have been mine, I'd have
it was same boot,
just polished them and they'd have been fine. absolutely fine. But you've gone to a little bit of a cheap cleaner and then a bit of goodness into them.
I'm trying to do it on a budget.
Yeah, that's right. Budget. This is, you know, can you believe that, Anne? Can you believe that? How beautiful that is. A new lace. So if we price this job up then, you're resetting, staining and buffing the edges is about 20 quid, depending on how bad they are, 20 quid. We've made a new Insock to go in with the new pads on the back, and we'll stick those in, you know, this one here, 10 or 15 quid. We'll make it a tenner for you. And then, you know, maybe a fiver for your really nice lace. So this is great how you've done this on a budget. You've ended up with a shoe there that just blows me away. It's gorgeous, that is. And it's got so much life left in it as well on the bottom.
Boots for less than fish and chips.
Yep, it really is. It's fantastic. Just one thing about these Purdey boots. Look at the reinforcement on the back there. I mean, this is obviously from. Can you see the reinforcement that they've done on there? Look, they've put a new heel seat piece in there to make that stronger. Did you see that much on? It's on both of them, and it's a manufacturer's. You know, why would that be then? Would they have had a bit of movement? Has it made it a little bit more?
It is. You don't see it often.
No, but you do see it occasionally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no detriment to the boot. It's just part of the manufacturing process.
I'm trying to think what
Yeah,
manufacturer
they've just well, come on, we know who it is, don't we? I've actually said it on this video. I've said who it is. Crockett Jones, yeah. Crockett Jones who made them.
Somebody else that does it. I can't think of it.
Right, lovely. Okay, so that's it. We'll just put some pictures of these up, but you know, absolute bargain. Well done, Rob. Just to put into this into context, £80 for the Paul Smith. The full conversion on there that Paul's done onto Commando, which I think really suits that shoe. It really does. It's I love this shape last with the Commando sole. Paul has to bugger about a little bit and bring the tread pattern in, so we've got the stitch track on the outside there. But what a lovely pair of shoes. Paul, the repair on that was 125, £125, 80.
I need to bargain.
80, yes, because Paul's managed to reuse the midsole was leather, so we've kept the same midsole in there. Obviously, new leather heel stacks in there, light coloured stitching, all through the same holes. Just have a quick look down there, look. Yep, all through the same holes, and yeah, you can't tell. Fabulous job. Okay, sorted.